Beauty is the ability to be able to embrace the ugly parts of ourselves or the parts that we are not very comfortable with. When you visit a park or a garden, don't just look and enjoy the beauty there, but also touch and feel the flowers. Beauty is very subjective in a society. Beauty is a standard set by a particular people or group or community who decided what beauty is. But at the end of the day, everybody has their own definition of beauty. This is what three people from three different social backgrounds with different views on beauty had to say. Diversity is beauty. This is what the Delhi-based celebrity photographer and filmmaker Rishab Dahiya and his team want to convey through their 2022 calendar that they have titled Oddity. We, also the people of India. It features 12 people of various genders, differently abled people, and those from marginalized communities. Oddity was launched on 1st January 2022. Rishab aims to decolonize and annihilate the existing idea of beauty and break the particular standards set by society to define beauty. The 12 people featured are very carefully chosen to break the existing societal standards of beauty. Conventional discourses on beauty limit the concept of beauty, but in Oddity 2022, you find women, men, and transgenders represented. Kamna is a lecturer and research scholar at the Department of English, University of Delhi. She works on autobiographies penned by Dalit women. She is also a visual artist. Her academic as well as artistic career looks at the body as a site of oppression. I am someone who could never afford to hide and erase my blemishes or dream to have what is considered good clothes, good skin. Mine are the ancestors demonized in myths and historical writings. Mine are the friends and families unnamed and invisible from spectaculars, disrespected, violated, and forbidden to own their own bodies, says Sneha Ashish, an Ambedkarite scholar and activist. Priyanka is a 28-year-old fashion designer who calls herself an introvert. She says, first and foremost, I am judged for simply being an unmarried independent woman at 28. Then, for the peculiar way in which I speak, which has a regional touch to it. People around me call it Bihari accent and attach negative connotations to it. Then, there are choices like career, my choice to wear clothes I like, and the list goes on. Singh Guru is a researcher in JNU, a social worker, and a disabled rights activist. The world begins with hypocrisy and ends with the same, says Ram. For Ram, life is a beauty that can simply be felt by closing your eyes and imagining its distinctiveness. Jyoti has a spinal cord injury and is differently abled. She is currently pursuing her Ph.D. at Delhi University. She says, beauty is when we can truly embrace our flaws and see them as something that makes us unique and beautiful. Beauty is respecting your body despite the societal norms it breaks. Beauty is being kind to others and to yourself. I have faced a lot of fat phobia from childhood, even though I was pretty active in sports, just because I didn't fall within the Eurocentric standard of BMI. Even after body positivity became mainstream, again the standards set for plus-size models were rigid and not many like me could relate to it or see ourselves falling into it, says Geetika. She also carries the additional burden of belonging to a marginalized caste. Pramod is a Ph.D. scholar at JNU. When I first came to the studio for the photo shoot, I was anxious about how this experience was going to turn out for me. There were thoughts like, what will happen here? What will the environment be like? Will the studio be disabled friendly? Shares Pramod. Disha, a social media content creator, was shamed for how her body transformed as she grew up. Starting right from my family to people around me, everyone teased me about my overgrowth of hair. I was bullied in school for my hair on my leg to an extent that a 16-year-old girl didn't have even one friend. I was ugly as a bear. People called me that. And that was my breaking point, says Disha. Alakananda, who is currently pursuing her bachelor's degree, says, as a girl in this patriarchal society, life comes with a lot of hurdles, especially when it comes to beauty. Being short in height, beauty for me has always been something that makes you feel comfortable in your own skin rather than conforming to the beauty standards set by society. I was surrounded by my relatives who kept throwing skin whitening remedies and making irrational statements that would make me feel bad for being not so light skinned. I remember a few people who would tell my parents that had they been cautious enough, I would have been born fair, recalls Divya. Divya is currently working as a risk consultant with Ernst & Young. Also, she's an avid traveler, a motorcyclist who rides a Royal Enfield and fitness enthusiast, and also a Hindustani classical vocalist. Jasleen started her journey as a household help at the age of 15. At 30, she ran an event management company under her own brand, enabling career paths for young queers around Delhi. I believe in dreaming, learning, and growing at every point of life. So now I want to try my hand at modeling, says Jasleen. Swati, who belongs to the OBC community, has been waging war against the Brahminical, patriarchal world and fighting a battle for survival in academia that neither accepts, values, nor cares for them. When our people come to universities, they are bullied for their supposed lack of fashion sense and skin types. Many of us cannot afford skin treatments or care for mental health, which is caused by the everyday mental harassment we face, she says. The existing concept of beauty are Eurocentric. For example, a skinny woman with a sharp nose and long legs is generally considered beautiful. Color is also considered a basic indicator of beauty. But not everyone will have the same features, not everyone will look alike, and that's exactly what beauty is. Diversity is beauty, says Rishab. Rishab explains how diversity is important in a country like India. He says, we live in a country where the language changes every 30 kilometers. It's impossible to have a single definition of beauty in a country like this. Rishab conceptualized the idea in January 2021, but he explains how it took almost 12 months to find 12 people. In 2021, Rishab had made a similar calendar called Oddity, Don't Bend, Don't Blend, where 6 differently abled people were featured to spread awareness about differently abled people and to raise funds for organizations working for them.